Hocam, if it is okay for you, we can start.
Yes, if it is okay for you too, then
Okay.
let's start.
Thank you very much. Just a second, please. Welcome everyone to our webinar. It is great to see you all. As you know, this is our third webinar today with Associate Professor Kürşat Cesur from Çanakkale Onsekiz Mart University. As you all know, because like many of you have attended before, the webinar is organized in the scope of a project named Play and Learn English, gamifying English learning activities in language classrooms. The project is run by Alparslan University ELT department and funded by US Embassy Ankara. So today, Kürşat Hocam is going to talk about craft work for teaching English to young learners. Hocam, so thank you very much for being here with us. We are happy to be with you and like very excited to learn about what you are going to present. So the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. First of all, Şeyda Hocam, I am also following the chat box. We can hear Samet Yasin Hocam, no problem. Maybe you can check the voice of your computer. And we have the voice. I hope the others are also hearing me. And today I will be talking about craft work for teaching English to young learners. So you can write your ideas, your answers to the chat box. You know, what is craft work? Just write a word. When you hear the word craft work, what comes to your mind? You can write a word. And this is just to check whether you hear me or not as well. Puppet, okay, great. And what else? Handwork, okay, great. And do it yourself, Hümeyra Hocam, great. And what else? Cutting, huh? Sticking, okay. Learning by doing, as Şeyda Hocam now is hearing us. So happy to see your answer. So before starting, let me introduce myself. I am Kürşat Cesur. I am at Çanakkale Onsekiz Mart University, and I have been teaching the course Teaching English to Young Learners since 2013, let's say, 13. In 2012, they offered me this course, but I said, no, I cannot teach the course without teaching English to young learners. So I had this course, as you can see from the picture in 2012, I had a private course at university, and I went to all primary schools and I just advertised my course to the first graders. And then from, you know, all first grades of Çanakkale and from the primary schools, there came only 9 students, okay? Only 9 students. We started with 9 students and we finished the year with 96 students. And everyone, you know, told to their friends and they invited them. And then we continued this private course with my wife. As there were so many students. So I said, okay, I kind of learned how to teach English to young learners and then I can give the course. Then of course, I developed, as you all know, experience. What is experience? Experience means knowledge, practice, and reflection. So yes, I had the knowledge. Then I had to practice, 1 year of practice, but of course we need reflection to change. And I changed the course content every year. Now this summer holiday, most probably I will again change my course content. So this is me, Kürşat Cesur, teaching the course named Teaching English to Young Learners. So what will you learn after this presentation? You will know, I am sure you know, the importance of craft work, but we will get, you know, familiar with some terms like language development, psychomotor development, and we will choose and apply appropriate craft work for teaching English to young learners. So I will ask your opinions as well. You will not only learn from me today, I will learn from you, okay, some ideas, some opinions. So we will talk about the importance of craft work, samples of craft work from different units. I have 10 units, and from these units, we will see some samples together. And to talk about its importance, first, it supports fine muscle development. So students, as you can see the scissor here on the right top, they cut, they stick, they fold. So for especially preschool students, it's important to support their fine muscle development. And it can increase ability and agility. So they build their skills to do something, as you wrote, you know, handwork, do it yourself. So it will increase their ability. Well, I'm sure you have your cousins, your nephews, and you can see that they love, okay, doing something themselves. So it is fun for them. It is fun and motivating. So if you just give them to do something, then they love it. Okay, even just for my daughter, for example, can you throw this rubbish? Wow, she is so happy. She is doing the most important thing, okay, in the world. She's behaving like this. So she's throwing the rubbish, but she's doing something. So it is motivating for them, and also it increases their self-confidence. And learning becomes, you know, perpetual. So they learn by doing, as you all said, as Şeyda Hocam said. Okay, let's see the next slides. So it reduces the effective filter, as here, let me check, sorry, the chat box, the name. As Gözde Hocam said, we can make puppets, masks, okay? So it will reduce the effective filter. Instead of children speaking, the puppet will speak, or the mask, okay, the cartoon character will speak. And it provides vocabulary and grammar practice as well. While doing something, you practice the numbers, so the colors and everything needed. And it develops speaking and listening skills. We will talk about it, how. And it helps, of course, in linguistic development. So let's see some samples. I have 10 units here, okay? These are from Cambridge starters. Do you know, I just want to know whether you heard about Cambridge exams. It has starters, movers, flyers. So these units are the starters of starters. Okay, so the very beginning, okay, vocabulary items like my body, my family, colors I like. Okay, I named these units from Cambridge starters, and you can see on my YouTube channel 1010 for kids all these units. And why 1010? We have 10 vocabulary items for 10 different units. So in total, we have 100 words, vocabulary items to teach to young learners. This is the curriculum that I developed for especially preschool students. So before starting some examples of craft work, I'm sure there are some friends who listened to me in Mush, okay, in my presentation about card games. Okay, and there's a problem with the screen, I guess. Huh?
Yes, hocam.
Is there any problem? I think it can be because of the chat box. How is it now? Is it okay?
Like there are like still like black parts at the
Is it
edges.
okay now?
Only at the bottom now.
At the bottom. Okay, so that's why I have the chat box open and the video open. So now I don't have anything, only my screen.
Okay.
If it is okay, or instead of sharing my, maybe just a minute, instead of sharing the screen, I can share the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, it will be okay now, I guess. Is it clear now? I think it should be okay now. How is it?
Like it's better.
Ekran paylaşımı duraklatıldı diyor. Bir dakika hocam. Hemen çok hızlı. Şunu yaparsam çözülecek muhtemelen. Okay.
Yeah, it's very good now.
Okay, great. So before starting some samples of craft work, let me tell you about my article, okay, at English Teaching Forum. As the people who attended to my webinar at Mush Alparslan University, and Ait Bubu also came from Kyrgyzstan, and she attended to my seminar in Uzbekistan. So as you remember the card games, this is all about, okay, this article is all about playing cards. So it is kind of craft work as well. You can give, at the end of this article, I have one sample of worksheet. You can give that worksheet to your students at any topics, about any vocabulary items. They can cut and make their own cards. If one student makes, one card for each vocabulary item, then four students come together and you have the set. You have one set of cards. It is again a part of craft work. Of course, I will not talk about, card games here, because in Mush face-to-face, we saw many samples of them. So you can check both the YouTube channel and this article from English Teaching Forum. We have the QR code here. When you just click or whatever, when you just read the QR code, then you will get my article there, and you will see some samples of card games as well. Now let's see some other samples of craft work. So you can make use of Play-Doh, okay, Play-Doh monsters. So as you remember, it develops speaking skills, listening skills, writing skills, okay, even reading. So you can give a piece of text, okay, and after teaching the topic body parts, after teaching the unit body parts, you can give them a reading text if they are, of course, if they are not the preschool students, if they know how to read and write. So if you want to develop reading skills here, then you can give them a text, and in this text you can describe a monster. Then students will read the text and will try to make a similar one, okay? The monster has blue eyes, or 2 arms, or 2 legs, or whatever it is. So if you want it to be a free activity, okay? If you want it to be a free activity, then you can ask your students to make their creatures themselves, okay? Without just having a reading text, having a listening passage, nothing. Just a free activity. They will make their own monsters, and if you want to develop speaking skills, then you can ask them to describe, okay, their monsters. Or if you don't want to lose time at home, maybe this can be an information gap activity as well. Information gap. They can make their monsters at home and then bring their monsters, and you can put one bag, okay, their school bag, and then they can describe their monsters to their friends, and they can make twin monsters, okay, twin monsters from their friends' instructions. They can try to make a similar one. Then at the end of their description, they can check whether they did a similar one or not. So there are many ideas, okay? So using Play-Doh, what other things can you suggest me? You can write to chat box, okay? So we can talk about them. I will read all of them. So as you see, you can develop speaking skills, listening. They develop their listening skills while they are listening to their friends' descriptions. Or as a teacher, you can make one more monster before the class, and then you can describe it to your classroom, okay? But they will not see the monster. You can describe, it has this, it has that, and it has 4 arms, it has blue eyes, kind of. Then at the end of the listening, instruction, you can check, you can show your monster to your students, and you can just do what? Voting. Students can vote the best one, okay? Which one is the twin of teacher's monster. So there are many ideas of it, okay? Many ideas. Play-Doh, using Play-Doh, you can do many things, like you can practice colors, body parts, numbers, okay? So as you see, most students now have their Play-Doh, or they are, if they don't, even they don't have, they are cheap, okay? So they can buy and use them. So I think there's no problem with my screen and voice, right? We are going well. Okay, great. So let's see the second one. Family members. Yes, you can write your ideas, okay, your answers to the use of Play-Doh, okay? I can turn back and I can read your ideas as well. So what else can you do using Play-Doh? Or what other craft work can you make use of while teaching the unit body parts? So here, I don't want to be the only speaker and to be the only one who is providing knowledge, because I learn, as you wrote, learn by doing, I learn by teaching. So I will be happy to read your ideas as well. So here at the right top of the screen, you can have the worksheet, okay? This worksheet, you can just scan the QR code and find the worksheet, and you can make family puppets, finger puppets, okay? So while teaching family, after teaching the unit, my family, I mean, when they learn the family members, then they can make their finger puppets at home. And as you all know, we have the song, Daddy Finger, where are you? You can also practice using a song after they did their finger puppets. So yes, your daughters love it, Ait Bubu, and we sang with them as well in Kyrgyzstan, as I remember. Okay, and it's great, finger puppets. And after teaching family, for example, you can make a family tree. Okay, it is again a craft work. You can make use of hangers. Let me show you. Here on the left top, can you see the hanger? You hang your clothes. So using these hangers on the top left, you can just hang the family members, okay? Hang the family members, starting from the grandmother and grandfather. You can make use of such kind of craft work as well. This is just the thing that came to my mind, and you can write your ideas as well on the chat box. Yes. And the next one, colors I like. Okay, colors. When teaching the topic colors, as I told you, you can use Play-Doh, you can use straws, pipette, when you are drinking something from, okay? When you are drinking something, straw means pipette in Turkish. So here in the photo, they make use of pasta, okay, pasta, but straws are better, okay? Straws are not broken, so they are better. So they can cut different colors and they can make a necklace, okay? They can make a necklace from straws. So what colors do you have in your necklace? So it's a great chance to practice colors as well. So please, if you have any ideas about these 3 units, write them to the chat box. And you can make use of masks, not only, you know, animal masks, many others, you know, cartoon characters, okay? And after teaching the unit, my favorite animal, students, you can assign your students, okay? If you think that these are really time consuming in the classroom, you can ask them. For example, my son prepared a mask this year and the teacher assigned them a worksheet. Then he also provided a description, okay, a small description of how to make, okay, these masks. Then we did them together. Okay, parents support is also important, parents support. So you need to ask their support as well. So they will make their puppets and you can make, sorry, not puppets, masks, their paper plate masks. And then you can practice can, okay, can't, and many other things like a dog can bark or a bird can fly or a tiger can run, kind of. So the next topic is my clothes. My clothes. We have an activity, dressing Minnie and Mickey Mouse, for example. Dressing Minnie and Mickey Mouse. You can provide an envelope, okay? An envelope, and students will choose something and then read it. For example, Mickey is going to a birthday party today. What should she wear? Okay. Then, or Minnie is going for swimming. Okay. What should she wear? Kind of. It is cold outside. Okay. So what should she? While practicing should, you can make use of this activity as well, and they will of course learn clothes and then practice and then play this game, let's say. So after teaching the topic clothes, so you can say that, you can think that, well, hocam, should is quite difficult for students. So just for clothes, you can play a game, okay, like stick it. For example, after they cut and color their clothes, you can say, he or she is wearing sunglasses. Okay, whoever goes to the board and takes the sunglasses and sticks it to the right place first is the winner. Or he or she is wearing a hat. Whoever goes and takes the hat first and sticks it to the right place will be the winner. Okay, you can make an enjoyable game like this. So after teaching the unit clothes, what is next? The next. Yes, my home. This is a part of a project, in fact, okay? This is a part of project. Like the first, as far as I remember, it is from Oxford Young Learners set. And in this set, there's a book called Projects for Young Learners. So it starts with parts of the house. First, from shoe boxes, the students make living room, kitchen, bedroom, okay, and bathroom, and some other parts of the house. Then the second part of the project was furniture for the house, furniture. Then they again cut, stick, or put, let's say, the furniture to the right rooms. And the next part of this project was people who live in the house, people who live in the house. So they can cut, you know, a man and a woman. And the fourth one, as far as I remember, it was about clothes. Okay, what do they wear? And after introducing the people who live in the house, you can choose right clothes for them. So it's, you know, project-based learning, project-based. They learn by doing, as you said, they cut it, they do by themselves. So only with, you know, this, I think it was the second project of the book, and there were 10 different units like this. Parts of the house, furniture for the house, people who live in the house, what do these people wear? And you can teach many words, okay, when you make use of project-based learning, and they will learn. It is perpetual learning. It will be useful for your students. And we have a puppet clock. After teaching the numbers, if you have any ideas from the other units, you can write them. So these are just the things. I took some samples, and for numbers, you can make a clock, okay, puppet clock, and you can introduce the puppets, and you can ask students, okay, to tell the time. They will tell the time, and puppet will show them, okay? Puppet, they will say it is 5 o'clock, then a teacher or another student can make the puppet, okay, show 5 o'clock. Or the teacher makes the time and asks them, what is the time? So the students will answer, and you can practice both numbers and the time issue. And with numbers, you can also use sticks. And I asked my students, for example, to color the sticks. And then I asked them again, like the stick it game, I need 5 green, 4 red sticks. So they will count, and they really enjoy. Whoever finds the first then will be the winner. So they will do their game materials, they will do their, you know, play materials themselves, and then they will enjoy it. So it's a part of craft work. As I told you at the beginning of my presentation, it's fun and motivating. And what about food? I like foods. So who doesn't like, huh? So you can ask them to make a fruit basket. Okay, fruit basket. You can just give them a worksheet, and in this worksheet you can have different fruits, and they can just choose their favorite ones and make a fruit basket at the end. Or you can provide them a refrigerator. Okay, what would you like to have in your refrigerator? So they will just cut and stick, and then again you can practice speaking, listening, reading. You can provide them text, and according to that text they can make their refrigerator. Or it can be, again, as I told you before, it can be an information gap activity, and one student may describe his or her refrigerator to the other. Then they will make their own, similar to their friends. So here again, you can scan the QR code on the top right, and you can have the worksheet, okay, for this fruit basket. And if I missed any other things like that, let me check. Okay, these are all from 1010 for Kids. Okay, on the top right, you can see 1010 for Kids, the logo of 1010 for Kids. And for colors I like, again, we have another QR code. Maybe you can watch the recording of the presentation. And I also told about this one, Finger Family. And yes, let's see the next one, transportation. Okay, in this unit again, we have different vocabulary items like car, bus, plane, bicycle, motorcycle. So here you can ask them to make a car from a toilet roll, okay? So they can make a plane from a paper, okay? So they can bring them to their classes, to the class, and they can just color them together, and they can describe their toys, their transportation devices. And finally, yes, Gözde Hocam, most of them, you can find these crafts on my YouTube channel. Most of these craft work. So for the final one, as you checked the curriculum of primary school, you can see 10 units, okay, for each grade, 10 units. And in each grade, there is one unit having action verbs, okay, action verbs. We need it because we need to practice tenses, okay? We need to practice some sentences. So we need to form sentences. So to form sentences, we need some action verbs. That's why I added this unit, the last unit I like doing. And I have 10 vocabulary items like jump, sing, walk, run, dance, kick the ball, hit the ball, throw the ball, as you remember from the games in Mush. So I have these action verbs. So you can ask your students to make their action dice, okay? They can make their dice. And after throwing the dice, whatever comes, they will form a sentence, okay? Like jump twice, then they will jump twice. Or like kick the ball, and they will just pretend as if they are kicking the ball. So this is another sample of craft work. So let me ask you some questions. Have you ever learned English through craft work activities in your childhood? What memories comes to your mind? So what craft work did your English teachers use when you were at primary school? Huh? What were you doing? And please, can you write what ideas will you take to your classes from this webinar? Let's have a discussion session, okay? I will be happy to read your ideas, to read your opinions. So I can give permission. If you raise hands, you can also join, okay? Konuşmaya izin ver. Yes, I can do it. Ait Bubu, let me give you a permission to speak then. Yes.
Hocam,
Yes.
I would like to write my ideas in our chat box because my daughters may be noisy.
Okay then. So write
Okay?
your ideas. Please.
Thank you for your understanding.
Okay, not at all. Puppets, Alijan, what can you do? Okay, so in your childhood, huh, they made use of puppet, you mean, I guess. Okay. They are classic but still very useful vocabulary learning, making birthday cards, grades, and book covers. Yes, you can create storybooks, okay, together with the students. In Uzbekistan, please also check the YouTube channel of American English, okay, as it is the supporter of this project as well. Please check the Facebook page of American English. And also there's a great woman, Joan Khan Shin, who worked for, American English and US embassy as well. She has lots of videos on YouTube, okay? And in Uzbekistan, she had a presentation. And with the photos of her dog, she created a story. And it was really enjoyable and fun. So you can, if you just check the photos in your mobile phone, you can make, you can create lots of, okay, wonderful stories. Let me just give you an example. Can you see the photo? Okay. Yesterday, I went to the hairdresser with my daughter. She enjoyed it a lot. I also had my hair cut. I liked the place very much. And she enjoyed the sun outside. And we liked the style very much. Kind of, okay, so you can just create stories. So Joan Kanshin was just presenting the pictures of her dog. And I don't remember the name of the dog, but it starts with our dog was really happy, and we brought the second dog and he became really sad, and then they became friends. Kind of really interesting. So let me write it to the chat box. John Kanshin. İnşallah yanlış yazmamışımdır. John Kanshin. So if you write National Geographic Teaching English to Young Learners, you can see her videos as well. National Geographic, blah, blah, blah, teaching English to young learners, okay? So she is associate professor at George Mason University in USA, and she has many online courses about teaching English to young learners. I'm sure you have many things. I still have many things to learn from her. So please follow her and see her YouTube videos as well. And in my BA degree, I learned a few craftwork activities from paper to teach children English. Yes, it was so engaging. Okay, if you have any ideas, please write. If not, this is all from me. I think I already talked 40 minutes, and we have last 5 minutes to answer your questions.
Hocam, I have a question. What kind of materials do you usually use to make craft work activities to teach English for young learners?
Okay, great question. So what kind of materials? Many kinds. So you can ask your students to bring their toys, to bring their Play-Doh, okay? So you can ask family support, parents support, as I told in my presentation. You can ask parents support as well. So they can make their projects, their handwork, their craft work at home together with their parents. So when they bring it to the classroom, it will be much more time saving, and you can make use of papers, okay? Even the yogurt cups, okay? So a yogurt cup can be everything. I remember an Instagram post, okay? This is really important, listen to me. An Instagram post. This was a post from preschool teacher. Some people, he says, some people is not, you know, some people are not valuable as much as a toilet roll, he said. Look, oh my God, what a saying. Okay, some people make, you know, they made him so angry that a toilet roll paper is more important, because after this saying, he showed many samples of toilet roll paper to use in the classroom, okay? So a toilet roll paper can be a binocular, okay? A toilet roll paper can be a wheel for the car. A toilet roll paper can be something to throw, okay, to throw. It can be a gun. A toilet paper, I am always talking, write your ideas, help me. What else can it be? A toilet roll paper can be glasses, okay? So many things, okay? So you see, they are more valuable than some people. He is right. I agree with him. So, and is it dominant to use felts and wools for visual aids? Felts and wools. Yes, they can also bring some clothes, okay? Some, you know, old ones. And when teaching the topic, for example, seasons, okay, mounts, you can make use of real objects as well, realias, okay? So while teaching fruits, you can just choose and, you know, ask them guess what it is. So you can make use of real objects as well. Yes, that's all for today's presentation. If some others also want to ask question, let me see how many. 24. Okay, 24 participants. Ait Bubu. Thanks a lot for your questions. And Samet Hocam, that's all for us.
Hocam, thank you very much. It was like really wonderful, especially for like teachers who are going to teach in like elementary school, also like in kindergarten, for our future teachers. Also, like these are literally enlightening ideas, creative ideas for current in-service teachers. Thank you very much. It was like great having you, and we hope to like host you again in future webinars, hopefully. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the participants for your contributions.
Yes, and thanks a lot for your contributions as well. And I'm reading some comments. Thank you. I'm happy if you are happy too.